Well, it is official. Michael Cheika has kept his job as the Wallabies head coach through to next year's World Cup. But he will have to answer to Scott Johnson, who was today announced by Rugby Australia CEO Raylene Castle as the new Director of Rugby.
The second announcement is the appointment of Scott Johnson to the role of Director of Rugby. Scott will lead the delivery of the National High Performance Model and oversee the Qantas Wallabies program. We are very pleased to have secured Scott Johnson's services. He has built a strong reputation in the international rugby landscape over more than a decade. And since taking over as Director of Rugby in Scotland, the national team has climbed to the highest ever world ranking of 5th from a position of 12th.
It's understood Johnson will be in charge of the Wallabies' off-field responsibilities and will move into the role around mid-March. However, the future of Cheika's assistants is still up in the air.
That's up. I think that's up to Scott and Michael to work those issues through. I think you need to give them the opportunity to talk. I think it's valuable to have another voice in that thing. There's no announcements today regarding that, and those decisions will be made as is appropriate between Michael as the head coach and Scott as the Director of Rugby.
An independent selector will join Johnson and Cheika to make up a new national selection panel that will oversee team selection. However, that role won't be filled until early next year.
We've identified some names that we think would be appropriate to fill that slot. We haven't had any discussions with any of those people yet, but that will be something that we'll do over the next couple of weeks.
As part of the major changes made, the 4 Super Rugby teams have also agreed to align through a national high performance model similar to that of New Zealand and Ireland.
So this is a model that's proved to work successfully in a number of countries, not least of which New Zealand, where the Super Rugby teams have come together and recognised that having this alignment allows them to grow. The sharing of information allows them to improve their performances as well as the performance of the national team. So yes, we know there'll be robust conversation, but that's the whole point, is that we bring together the expertise right across the system, and if we do that, that will remain and see performance improve for everybody.